How does Social Security determine if I am disabled? Your claim will undergo a series of evaluations in a set order. Before your claim is evaluated to see if you are disabled, your local Social Security office will review your Social Security earnings record to determine whether you have enough work credits to be insured for Social Security disability. For more information about how to become insured, please visit our video, How Much Work is Needed to Get Social Security Disability? If you are insured, Social Security will then review any work you have done after the disability date you are claiming. If your work does not prevent you from being considered disabled, your claim will be sent to a state agency called Disability Determination Services. This agency, DDS for short, has been contracted by Social Security to decide whether you are disabled according to Social Security's standards. Social Security defines disability as the inability to engage in any substantial gainful activity by reason of any medically determinable physical or mental impairment which can be expected to result in death, or which has lasted or can be expected to last for a continuous period of not less than 12 months. Our video, How Does Social Security Define Disability?, explains the definition. To apply Social Security's definition to your claim, DDS needs documentation of your physical or mental impairments. This documentation must come from medical professionals defined by Social Security as acceptable medical sources. Social Security regulations say that you are responsible for providing medical evidence to support your claim. However, DDS will help you by requesting medical records from your doctors, hospitals, clinics, and pharmacies. They will also request a statement from your physicians. Because you are ultimately responsible for submitting the necessary information, and because your treating physician's statements are considered very important in the claim evaluation process, you should let all the doctors you are seeing know that a report will be requested and what it will ask for. It's also a good idea to contact the Disability Determining Services periodically to see what information, if any, they may still be waiting for, so that you can follow up with the medical providers to get it released. Here's where having a lawyer who is experienced in Social Security is a real asset. He or she can contact your doctor to clarify Social Security's questions. This, in turn, will help the doctor prepare a report that fully addresses the points to be evaluated by DDS. Having an attorney assume these tasks will also relieve you of some of the burden of pursuing your claim. When you're not feeling well, this can be very desirable. Sometimes, statements from care providers, employers, social workers, and other healthcare providers such as chiropractors and naturopaths can add important information about your limitations. Even statements from relatives, neighbors, and friends may be helpful. You or your attorney will need to gather these statements and submit them to DDS. If DDS does not receive enough information to determine the extent of your limitations, they will ask you to attend a medical or psychological evaluation. This is called a Consultative Examination. The examination will be at no cost to you. If your treating physician is qualified and willing, he may perform the examination. Otherwise, you will see a doctor you haven't seen before. The examination is for evaluation only, not for treatment. If you're asked to go to a consultative exam, it is extremely important that you attend and cooperate fully. If you do not, it is likely your claim will be denied. Once the Disability Determining Services has received all the medical information that is needed or that is available, they will take your claim through a series of steps to decide whether you are disabled. The first step is to evaluate whether your condition is severe. By this, Social Security means that you are significantly limited in your ability to do basic work activities. If they determine that your condition is not severe, your claim will be denied. If they find that your condition is severe, they will move on to the second step, which is to evaluate whether your condition is so severe that it is included in Social Security's list of impairments. It is important to note that to be listed, an illness or injury must be accompanied by certain signs or symptoms. If your condition meets or is comparable to a listing, DDS will determine that you are disabled. If your condition does not meet a listing, then the evaluation will move to the third step, which is to evaluate whether you can perform work that you have done in the past. In this step, DDS reviews your limitations and capacities and compares them to the physical and mental requirements of your former work. If they find that you can do a type of work you have done in the past, they will determine that you are not disabled. On the other hand, if you cannot perform work that you have done in the past, and you are age 50 or older, you will be found disabled and your claim will be approved. The fifth and last step in determining disability is only for people who are under age 50. If you cannot do work you have done in the past, and you are younger than age 50, then your claim will be evaluated to determine whether you are able to perform work that you have not done before. In this step, DDS looks at your limitations and capacities, your education and training, and your work history to see if you have skills and knowledge that can be transferred to other work. If it is determined that you cannot perform work that is new to you, you will be found disabled. For more answers to your Social Security disability questions, go to disabilityadvisor.com or call 1-888-393-1010.